Hey guys, welcome back for another Java tutorial. And in this one we're going to be getting into really what Java is all about. And that is a program that uses multiple classes. And this topic is usually what confuses most Java students when they start to learn it. And that's because it can get kind of really tricky to wrap your head around. But I'm going to try and help you guys through it. And if you don't get it right away, watch this tutorial 2 or 3 times, or try doing a program on your own. Like, it is a tricky concept to get, and this is really what Java is about, because Java is an object oriented language, and many languages are object oriented. So you do, if you're gonna want to learn how to program, this isn't something that you can really skip over. This is what programming really is. So enough talking about it, and let's get into really what multiple classes is. Um, let's see. I think we're gonna begin by just talking about what these braces in Java mean, because I think I've pretty much ignored that throughout these past 20 videos or so. And before we get into multiple classes, like, that's just something that you have to understand what happens and where and why. So at the top of your program, you'll have like this word public, and then a class, and then a name with a brace. And this opening brace is connected to this closing brace down here, because the class contains your methods. And that's what this main is. This main is your main method. It's the one that runs your program. And that's why it's between these two braces right here. But the main, because it's a method, it also has its own braces here, like the opening one here and the closing one here. Because inside, here you'd have whatever code. But the methods are housed by classes. So, and the braces, the braces prevent Java from seeing certain things, such as variables, or mostly variables is really what you'll have a problem with. But let's go ahead and just write a simple program that uses two classes, and I'll try to explain everything as we go. So let's see, what do you guys want to do with two classes? How about something that just prints? We'll have a user enter a number, and we'll have it print the number you entered was this, similar to what we did last tutorial with the printf. And actually, this gives a really good opportunity to use the printf, because this is really when I use it most often. So we're going to need the scanner, so import the scanner. And then go ahead and make a scanner object here. And then tell the user to enter a number. And then, set int equals. Okay, so here we have. Alright, so now this is your main method right here. But like I said, we're going to use two classes. So how you make a new class, in Eclipse at least, is you go over to this folder that you made, or whatever. You open up the source, and anywhere on the source or anywhere in here, just right click and go new, and then class, and then you name it. And whenever you name a class, the first letter is usually capital. That's not something for Java, that's just something for people, so they know when they read your code, this is a class. We're gonna name this one I'll go with tutorial 2. You can name it whatever you guys want. Okay, so I'm going to open it up, which in Eclipse, your classes are tabs, similar to how modern browsers do tabbing. Like, you just tab over to one. So let's go into this new class. And as you can see, it says public class and then tutorial 2. And it has the braces here. But now we're going to write our own method. And now just pretty much copy what I write for this part and I'll explain what it means in the next tutorial. But you're going to want to write public void, and then this next, just these two words you have to copy. The next one is just a name, so you can write it whatever. I'm going to write message. But you guys can name that whatever you want. And this message, like, see how I have these open close parentheses next to it? This is what we call parameters. And we're going to create our own parameters now. Like, normally whenever we use a method, we have to give it whatever it asks for. But what it asks for was created by someone else. Now we're the person that's creating what it's asking for. And how you do that is inside the parentheses, you pretty much write whatever you need. So this message, so let's think about this for a second. This message method is going to print out a sentence with this number. So it needs this number. So we're going to put in an integer and call it number. But this number here, like, I called it number, but this is just a name. This is like a variable name where you can name it anything. So inside the braces of the method now, we're going to write a printf. So system.out.printf. And then we're going to just, I hate when it fills that in sometimes. We're just going to write the number you entered was %d and then comma number. Whatever you named this integer up here in the parameters, you have to put that same name over here. So let's go back to our main method, which is the next tab over, and use this method. And when you use this method, you have to create an object of the class that you just made. So whatever you name that class, you're gonna write that name. Mine was tutorial 2, so I'm gonna write tutorial 2, and now whatever name you want. So I'm just gonna name it info, and then equals new tutorial 2, and with an open close parentheses. Oh, tutorial 2. There we go. And now we just made an object of our own tutorial class, or whatever. You made an object of your second class. Same way that we've been doing with the scanner and the random class, we did it, but with a class that we made. And now we're going to call a method using the object that we created. So now, whatever you named it, mine's info, you're going to write the name of your object dot the name of your ooh, that's not nice. The name of your method, which is message, and then put in num, or whatever you name this variable up here, right here. And now we're going to run this program, and as you can see, enter num 25. The number you entered was 25. So this did the same exact thing we did last tutorial, but we used two classes to do it. And now I'm going to walk us through it one more time, because like I said, this is a very tricky part when you start to learn Java, and I really don't want you guys to feel overly confused. So I think you guys should be comfortable with these 3 lines, because we've been doing it, you know, forever, where it's just a scanner object, a printout, and a variable setting equal to. And then I'm going to talk about these 2 lines right now. So like I said, this line right here that I'm highlighting is just making an object of a class that we made, the same way we did with the scanner. So I think you guys should be okay with understanding that, where it's just you're making an object of a class. But and here's this message here, this line right here. It's the same way we use the scanner methods. We write whatever we named our scanner and then dot the method. So whatever we named our tutorial, or whatever you named your class, dot the message method, or whatever you named it. So I think you guys should get that for the most part. But the second class that you made, the main problem when people learn this is they don't understand like where these parameters are coming from. And the biggest tip, really, it's really simple. It's just you're creating it. You have to think ahead and think, okay, I want to print this out, or I want to do this calculation. What am I going to need? Okay, I need an integer. So I'm going to tell it whenever you use this method, it needs to come with an integer. And that integer, which we called number, or whatever you decided to call it, it goes here because we're going to print it out with this printf statement. So I hope you guys understand what happened in this tutorial, because like I said, this is really a core thing with Java and other languages. This is the object-oriented side of it. So I hope you guys get it, and as always, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I will try to answer you, or if not, someone else can hopefully help you. But thanks for watching, and come back next tutorial, because in the next tutorial I'm going to explain what these public words and static and what all this means. So catch that when it comes out.